Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PTINR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing, and as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
All right, we are here again for another night. We would like to say hello and welcome to everyone on the program. Welcome to another Mikey Live program. I'm your host, Mikey Hutchinson. And again, we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. And again, we have quite a few things to tell you about on the program tonight. More than 100 containers bound for Grenada delayed due to current protests. That's according to one source. Police say that they're investigating a fatal accident at Bathway. We'll tell you more about that. And police are also investigating yet another robbery with violence. And the police there are to engage with residents on Thursday. We'll explain that to you as well. And stories of how Shanquella Robinson died shocks the world. I mean, videos have been circulating and everyone is talking about it. So we'll talk about that too. All right, that's providing that time permits. So hello again and welcome to another Mikey Live program. We remind you that our headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket. We also have on board with us the Infinite Contractors. All right, so we say big up to them as well. And of course, all the other sponsors on the program. So folks, we're taking a quick break and come back. If you have not yet done so, we are inviting you to share the program, because when you share the program, that's how other people get to know that we are live. So go ahead and share the business, and we will be back with you shortly.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Gifts of love with care, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care. With gifts of love with care.
It's your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Oh yeah, and of course again, welcome to those of you who are just joining us. We've started to tell you some good news. First of all, understanding the power of play in the cognitive and overall holistic development of students, the Sandals Foundation recently collaborated with the local and diaspora-based charitable organization Catherine Cecilia Foundation, and that was to donate sporting and play supplies to the South St. George Government School, that's Springs School as we know it. Now, the items, which included footballs and basketballs, skipping ropes, table tennis gear, cones, and whistles, they were identified as critically needed to engage students in targeted physical activity. Now, an assortment of stationery supplies donated by guests of Sandals Grenada were also donated. Now, speaking at South St. George's Government School, Public Relations Manager at Sandals Grenada Resort, that's Dillian Forrester, she shared the genesis of this positive partnership, and she says that I was invited by the Catherine Cecilia Foundation to visit the school a few months ago. And upon visiting, Mr. Adams, who is a long-standing principal, requested physical education gear. Now, I knew this was something that our Sandals guests would happily donate if they knew it was needed. And incoming repeat Sandals Grenada guests committed to supplying the items, and here we are, weeks later, handing over those items to the school. All right, so that was a good one, and we have to say congratulations to them on that initiative. You understand? So there are so many things that we can do with our money, with our resources, with our influence, but when we do so in a positive way and get it to impact lives of other people, of course, that's what recognition. So, yeah, man, all your big up all your whole self with that piece day. You understand? Okay. So the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, we're going over to the Sister Isles. Now, a major contribution to the education sector in Carriacou by one of Grenada's leading shipping agencies has been welcomed by the Ministry of Carriacou and Piedmont Affairs. Now, Tropical Shipping Grenada, they have launched a Grenadines scholarship program. Now, that's for students of the 2 secondary schools. Now, the program for students of the Bishop's College and Hillsborough Secondary School is valued at over $13,000. Now, at an awards ceremony and scholarship presentation, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Carrier and Petermonic Affairs and Local Government, Javon Williams, said that this kind of partnership with Tropical Shipping augurs well for education in the state. He says he admonished the students to plan well and to think constructively about moving forward with their lives. Now, Cheney Joseph, who is the island manager of Tropical Shipping, said that the company is committed to the development of education and referenced Timothy Antwine, governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Joseph told the scholarship awardees to see themselves as future leaders. 10 students received the scholarship, 5 from Bishop's College and 5 from Hillsborough Secondary. I'll give the program a clap and give them people on the initiative, with them initiative and them a clap now, man. Because sometimes we will have some heavy news tonight. We have some pretty things to tell you about, but before we give the heavy stuff. So, we're moving on. More than 100 containers, and I put it nicely from one of my sources, right? That was bound for Grenada had to be delayed. And that is as a result of the current situation on the port. Protest action. A worker was fired. And her colleagues said nothing, Nagasa. One for all and all for one. They are saying that they don't believe that the employer is treating the situation with fairness. Is treating her with fairness. They are accusing the Ports Authority of not doing their due diligence or at least handing down a proper and appropriate punishment for the transgression that they said that she would have committed. So she was fired or presented with a letter of termination on Friday. Protest action started on Monday. What today is? Wednesday. So we have entered 3 days of protest. Nothing happening on the port. So the people who usually sell the thing, we call them the traffickers. They're balling. So what's going on with my goods? What's going on? The port workers say we want to go back to work. The port workers say we want to work. But let's just fix that. The port said, but we can't do that. We have a responsibility to protect this business. And they are accusing her of some transgressions that they're saying that warrants her termination. So we are at the point where everybody's standing their ground. So the union that represents the workers, the Technical and Allied Workers Union, they are saying that the Port Authority must be held accountable for what is happening right now.
This is the port close to 30 years, 20-something years. And they have accused her of poor performance, negligence. But does that rise to summary dismissal? The workers are saying no and we are saying no. But somebody is bent on creating chaos, and the port must be held responsible. The port, be the management or the board, I mean, it does not matter. Whoever it is that made those decisions must be held responsible for what is happening. And every year is just the same thing. But we will not run away from it. And you must recognize by now we can handle these matters. And the workers are absolutely firm in their position. But why is the port always doing this?
Now, he states the position of the union and the workers.
What we know is that the position is that the port ought to come to its senses, rescind the letter of termination, and reinstate Sister Chase. Well, what I will tell you is that our objective is to get her back in, and the workers' position is that she must be taken back. She ought to be taken back. Been appraised of all these years, and they are sitting here standing here wanting to work. So the focus is getting back to work. And how do we get back to work? As the workers will tell you, and the union supports, the reinstatement of Sister Alison Chase, the withdrawal, the rescinding of the letter of termination. And that will get us back to a state of normalcy.
Now, yesterday we heard from the Grenada Ports Authority. It says that, taking all into consideration, it is of the view that the actions of the individual in question were synonymous with gross negligence and was considered a summary offense under the disciplinary provision of the collective bargaining agreement with the GTAU. Says that subsequent to the to the internal hearing, a decision was made to terminate the employment of the individual based on the severity of the transgression. You understand? And they are saying that their actions is consistent with the articles, procedures, and principles of the collective bargaining agreement, and asserts that management's authority to take corrective action when and where necessary. Now, this is to ensure, they say, compliance with established operational procedures that minimizes risk to the GPA's operations. We are also hearing today from the Chamber of Industries and Commerce. Now, it says here that the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce has sent out notice urging GTAU, representing the workers at the Grenada Ports Authority, to make every effort to have the situation at the port resolved, taking into consideration that their actions is hurting the people and the economy of Grenada. The GCIC says at its core is the principles of advocacy and dialogue amongst stakeholders to promote and maintain a healthy and conducive environment for business and growth. It says that there are times, however, when the best approach is a direct statement, as in this case. Now, the GCIC says that irrespective of opposing positions, the Grenada Ports Authority needs to get back to work, and the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union need to call off their strike immediately. The GPA, it says, provides an essential service to the nation and the entire economy as a whole, and with about 80% of the economy dependent upon imports and withholding, the withholding of labor is crippling economic activity in the country. Traffickers have been crying out. Delivery of fuel for electricity is delayed. Food is expiring and businesses cannot get their goods. The GCIC says the interest of a few cannot come at the expense of the majority. On the other side of things, the President General of the union, Andre Lewis, is hoping that this matter will be resolved soon and looks forward to the port not doing anything to escalate the situation.
We look towards the immediate resolution of this matter to get back to a state of normalcy, and we look forward to the port not doing anything to create any further problems as we head into the Christmas period.
Okay, so I kind of find it interesting, though, that the GCIC took that position. I think it can aggravate relationships. I would think that they should have taken a more, middle approach, unbiased approach, and intervene in a more diplomatic manner, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion from the outside. I just think that that can aggravate things a little even further. All right, so we are moving on. Police, they are investigating a fatal accident that occurred today at Bathway. The call came in early that there was a woman in distress whose vehicle would have lost control in the Bathway area. According to police, they are investigating that incident that caused the death of Agnes Postal, who is a 58-year-old businesswoman of Bathway St. Patrick. She's also known as Mills and Wills, very popular woman, very popular woman. She would frequently call the radio station and complain about road conditions in the Bathway area and other things in the interest of the people. So the news of her death came as a shock to many. Now, according to police, the accident involved only one vehicle, which was driven by the deceased at the time. Yeah, so that one was tough, waking up today to that kind of, it was just crazy. And you can see how far from the road her vehicle went. It toppled a couple times, and then it landed on its head, as we would say, and her body was stuck in the vehicle for a while. The emergency services were called in, and they were able to get her body out of the vehicle, but she was already deceased. And that's a tough pill, a really hard pill for many people to swallow. Police say that they are investigating yet another case of robbery with violence. On Tuesday, 15th November 2022, officers responded to a report of a robbery with violence which occurred at the business establishment at Calivini St. George. That business is called Sog Foods. It's a supermarket. You can have a look at what transpired. Initial investigations revealed that 3 masked men armed with offensive weapons entered the business place, robbed the security guard and an employee of their personal money and valuables, then proceeded to steal a sum of cash from the business establishment. They made off with, as you can see, the lotto scratch cards, as well as drinks. And they ran into a nearby community of Fort Judy. The phone of the security guard was later recovered in an area, community close by called Marion. Now, police are putting all the pieces together, and they believe that they will be able to solve this robbery in due time. All right, this is the 3rd such robbery in a few days, in about a week, starting with that robbery in Caliste. Of course, you would recall that, and the persons responsible for that were, or who's accused, in fact, of that robbery, were taken into police custody, and they were granted bail yesterday. The second was that robbery that took place at the MoneyGram. The police also moved in to some individuals with that as well, in that particular incident, and then this current. So that's 3 in just a matter of about a week or so. And I know that will be concerning for a lot of Grenadians. But what I'll tell you is, based on historical data, robberies of that kind do not go unsolved. Again, I would state, just for your comfort, that I'm going solely based on historical data. Based on historical data, robberies of that nature do not go unsolved. All right? Yes, they happen and you get a little anxiety and so on, but at the end of the day, police have been able to solve most of these incidents or these crimes. All right? What's happening? You're asking me what's happening when I find out I look like a criminal? I don't know what's happening. You're asking me? I don't know. Is it a coincidence that we've had 3 of these in the past few days? Or is it copycat stuff that's happening? I don't know. Do I think it's alarming? Nah, it's not. Nah, man. Come on. Grenada continues to be one of the safest places in the world. Is it time for you to get anxiety and say you're not going to the supermarket at night? Nah! Stop it! No. Grenada is a safe place. You have these incidents that has happened, but it's going to be all right. In all of these incidents, nobody go dead, nobody will get shot, nobody, nothing like that. It is not part of our culture. So there's a shock when it happens, but it doesn't define who we are as a people. Okay? So it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. Calm down. All right? It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I think in all situations, everybody acted appropriately. The cashiers, the security, and because those things could escalate quickly. You understand? You know the police is gonna solve it. So, a man at a time. You know what I mean? Yeah? You do. You think you get away and then the police do what they have to do too. You know what I mean? You do your do and the police do their do. You see, so that's okay. Can I go and talk just now and get a few things, you know what I mean, so that I don't have to do that tomorrow. It's okay. Them workers are there today again, like normal. It's going to be all right. And they understand that too. I mean, some of them are kind of shaken, a bit traumatized. But guys, just talk about it with your friends. You know, just get it out. But it's going to be okay. All right? Okay. Well, the next thing that we have to tell you about on the program tonight is that the Eastern Division of the Royal Grenada Police Force invites the residents of St. Andrew and surrounding areas to a panel discussion and band concert on Thursday, 17th November, that is tomorrow, at the Grenville Car Park, Victoria Street, Grenville, and that's going to be commencing at 3 p.m. All right? They're inviting you to join them to discuss important law enforcement matters affecting the division. So the Royal Grenada Police Force Band will also be present to serenade you and talk with you and discuss with you. And that's nice. You know, that's nice. You understand? Good. Are we looking for time? Kieran, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kieran. Happy birthday to you. Good. Yeah, Kieran is one of the soldiers of the business. So, everyone is talking about this right now. Shanquella. We can't show you the video because we don't want YouTube and them kind of people shut us down. Alright? Robinson, a young lady, 25 years old. She recently died. And a video eventually surfaced. So she went to Mexico with her friends, have a good time. Friends. You understand? And then the friends called her mother to say that she's feeling sick. And then the friends reported that she has had a case of alcohol poisoning. And that's what they told police and people. Alcohol poisoning. So she died. But as customary, an autopsy was done. Turns out, this beautiful young lady died from all sorts of trauma to the spine and all over her body. Place broke up. So then the video surfaced, and turns out that her own friends in this room. So what you're seeing on the screen is this girl beating up, and she's sitting there, and the person doing the video saying, "Girl, fight back now." She best friend and all. She best friend telling her fight back while recording the business. That video will eventually go viral. This is just a snapshot of the video. All right. Look at her body on the ground. It's kind of blurred. She's on the ground. She's there. Her other friend beating her up, and she's not fighting back. Not like that. Because probably she would have gotten a little boozy, and she got like a lash or whatever. We don't know why she wasn't fighting, but she wasn't fighting back. And then she died. They left her in the hotel, according to reports, all of them. Left her there, Airbnb. Left her there. You understand? Tell she mother some kind of story. And then only to find out they killed the girl. A group of friends, Friends. So that is now this story is now taking the world by storm. Everyone is talking about it, and we wanted to talk about it too. All of us be busy to call people our friend. People smile with all of a little thing, they buy you a drink and they're your friend. Because all they have one or two things in common, all they feel all they is friend. Well, people are friends until they're not friends no more. For me, you know, and I know people around me that get like a harass. For you to be considered my friend, I must not think too hard. That if something happens to you, that I'm willing to drop everything and come to your aid. I must not think too hard about that. And if I have to think for more than 5-10 seconds whether or not I should drop what I'm doing and come, then you have your answer right there. We're not that close. And if you're not willing to reciprocate same, in other words, if you are not willing to do the same as I am willing to do for you, I'm sorry. You understand? I'm sorry. You cannot be my friend. We good. You know what I mean? But you cannot enter that little circle. I'm sorry, but we good. You understand, Mikey? But I really think you end up in like a situation that you have a thing you could borrow me. Yeah, you get that. But that don't make us friends. We good, but that don't make us friends. My point is, friendship must come with a certain quality of commitment, love, respect. So if you find that person makes you uncomfortable at times, think, is that really my friend? If you find that you are the only one putting out, but every time you ask, the other one only making a set of excuses, think. If they seem to be the one who benefits most from that relationship, again, think. You know, there's a saying that the person who loves less controls the relationship. Think about that too. If you find you working too hard, think. You understand? I find that people that spelt friendship all over the place and causes it to lose its value. And this is it's a classic case of what we're talking about here. Listen, they were close enough to travel together. Airbnb, you know, in the same room. But yet, one was able to administer the blows and the other one to record it. Best friends. Best friends. Maybe leave that talk. Leave that talk. Maybe you have about two friends, to be quite honest, you know. Two! Well, let's leave that talk. So, her family, they are torn apart. You understand? To learn of what happened to their daughter. You understand? How to have a good time with friends? Come back in a body bag at the hands of the same friends. All you? Let me leave all you with that one here, Papa. Can I get a headache? I don't want to talk about that talk too much. You understand? I'm just saying, be very careful who you call your friends and the kind of access you give to them, to you, to your life, to your secrets. Be careful with the access that you give them to you. You understand? Because here, it is heartbreaking to learn that this girl trusted them with her life. And what did they do? They took it away from her. Mercilessly. They say the kind of trauma that her body experienced is consistent with someone who suffered a fall from a high fall or an accident. That's what they say. They say those kind of injuries is what you get when you meet in an accident. I'm not making it up. That's what they say. You understand? So, all you study all your head. Okay, so you see this on the screen right now before we go to take a little break. And I was telling you, the Black Friday special. You can hurry up for that. Ultra Tech Services, Spiceland Mall, look out for them. You understand? They've got a special on right now, Black Friday, and you don't want to be that guy who misses out on it. You can WhatsApp them. You understand the number on the screen? All right, 534-5545. You are now given the opportunity to purchase a 40-inch TCL Smart TV for $999, less than $1,000, and with that, you are saving $291. What are you waiting for? You understand? What are you waiting for? Anyway, folks, let me take the break, let me take the thing, and then I'll come back with the national report and the weather. If you have not yet done so, please share the program. We'll be back.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers, and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PTINR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care. With gifts of love with dread.
It's your Gifts of Love for Cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
The Blood Tour with Marvia Providence. Marvia Providence with a live band bringing you some of her newest and greatest hits.
If your hands are anointed, I feel like a running, skipping. I am a
artist Marvia Providence live in Grenada on Saturday, November 19th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Venue, Gateway Conference Center on Maurice Bishop Highway, Grenada. Get your tickets at these locations now or visit www.grenadagospel.com. This chain-breaking praise tour is coming with a difference. Call 533-0099 for vending and sponsorship opportunities available.
Anywhere, at any time, and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Government makes special case for pensioners who would not ordinarily qualify for payments. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight, candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
With the details to the news for Wednesday, November 16th, I am Rikisha St. Louis.
Privilege of being one of our eldest retirees to be receiving pension benefits. I know today you will smile.
She said it.
So we want to present you with this bouquet of flowers on behalf of the Pension Secretariat, Prime Minister, and all the persons that came in to try and help you get this pension benefit. So I want to say thank you very much for your patience with us and happy retirement once again.
Welcome to the ministry.
It is truly the end of a long wait for Ms. Bernadette Jeremiah, the oldest pensioner in Grenada, as she was escorted to the ministerial complex on Wednesday to receive her first pension check from the Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Honorable Deacon Mitchell. Retired since 2004, Ms. Jeremiah was among the 300-plus pensioners to receive their first retroactive payout on November 15th. The other batch of pensioners will be paid on or before November 30th, as promised by the Deacon Mitchell-led administration mere weeks after winning the June 23rd general election. At the end of the payment process, the Ministry of Finance anticipates a payout of $75 million to 525 eligible retirees. An emotional Jeremiah says thanks to the Prime Minister and his team during a special press conference at the Ministry of Works conference room.
I am happy. Sometimes when you're happy, sometimes tears come to your eyes. not for sorrow, but for joy. And when myself and my niece, who take care of me, she brought me for it before she gone back to work. She asked for the time off. And she was more thrilled than me. She said, when I see that figure, she said, you're happy for life. And I want to thank the Prime Minister because he didn't have to do it. I work with him. But I want to thank you that today I am here and I feel happy in my spirit.
Prime Minister Mitchell says the retroactive payments was no easy feat. However, his government remains committed to working towards improving the lives of every Grenadian. He advised the pensioners to be wise with their spending.
It is not just a symbolic gesture, but we are talking here fundamentally about the well-being of our citizens. If people work for 30, 40 years to build the state of Grenada, and we let them retire into poverty, it is the state of Grenada that we are doing a service. It is the citizens of Grenada that we are doing a disservice. We cannot pretend. There are a number of difficult decisions we may have to make going forward to ensure that all of us in the wider community are able to get a pension, as little as it may be, going forward, and that we do not end up in a situation where people retire into poverty because no plans are put in place for ensuring or guaranteeing that pensions are available to them. We are happy that those who've been in the rain can finally have a raincoat or an umbrella over them. We are happy that they can now get a pension to spend. I want to encourage all of you, please use the money wisely, invest if you can, treat it as a pension, meaning monthly. Don't spend all immediately because you have to be able to live off the pension as long as you're alive.
Retirees from the Ministry of Health accounts for the majority of payments in this tranche, with other applications coming from the Ministry of Education and the Royal Grenada Police Force.
We have a number of persons from various ministries, but particularly those in the Ministry of Health, similar to Mr. Jeremiah over here. They would be receiving quite a bit because we had about 200 persons from just the Ministry of Health. The Royal Grenada Police Force and the Ministry of Education are also very high on that spectrum. We have the Ministry of Education with about 94 persons in this payout, and we anticipate that a few more, because we had about 150 persons from the Ministry of Education, will be paid by on or before the 30th. And of course, we had the Royal Grenada Police Force with our hardworking police officers, just about 50 persons in this payment, in this tranche of payments. So that's basically how much. We anticipate that by the end of this entire process that we should process about 525 persons, and that should amount to about 75 million.
That was head of the Pension Secretariat, Tonya Adams. The Pension Secretariat continues to work assiduously to ensure that all eligible applicants are processed on or before November 30th, 2022. Finance Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell says Cabinet has approved the decision to merge the years of service of public officers to allow them to qualify for pension payments. He said the decision was made following the assessment of applications to the Secretariat. Honorable Mitchell explained it is customary that these individuals only qualified to lose their years of service due to insufficient amount of years required to obtain a pension. On Tuesday, the Ministry of Finance announced the payment of retroactive pension and gratuity ahead of the November 30th, 2022 deadline. The first tranche of payments was made to over 300 retirees in the amount of $44.1 million.
Cabinet took the decision to in fact allow a significant number of persons to have their years of service joined. And I'll give examples, rural constables, for example, who subsequently became police officers. The practice has been that you lose your years of service, and therefore, even if you serve as a police officer, if you didn't have sufficient years of service, you would not qualify for pension payment. We took the decision to, in fact, join those years of service so that persons can qualify. And we didn't have to do so. No one asked us to do so, except that the Pension Secretariat team brought the data to us, and asked whether we would consider doing so, and we unhesitatingly said yes. And again, that is testimony to the fact that we recognize that merely by categorizing people from rural constable to then constable would be unfair for them to lose the opportunity, again, to be paid a pension in circumstances where they've worked for the state for a long period of time. And I highlight this to say these issues are still ongoing. Obviously, for this batch of retirees, we've considered it, but these are still issues that plague the public service, so to speak, and they've been long-standing issues, and they have not been addressed or tackled in a frontal manner to bring a concluded or decided position on it. And those are some of the issues that we have to tackle going forward when we also talk about the issue of pension reform.
The COVID-19 Economic Support Secretariat says has to date paid out $2.4 million in economic grant to 172 small businesses. Program Manager Chanel Andrews told members of the media on Wednesday during a press conference that the Secretariat has received 3,696 applications for the grant component of the program, which is opened until December, and 1,000 applications for the unemployment benefit assistance. The Caribbean Development Bank supported program was established to give support to individuals and businesses affected during the COVID-19 pandemic. Andrews said the largest amount of payment was distributed in the parish of St. George.
We have paid out $2.4 million in the economic grant alone thus far, and that paid off would have started at the very last week in September. We started actually making payments into the first week in October. The first 3 weeks we spent receiving applications, processing, assessing, conducting field visits, and the actual paid off began the last week in October into the first week in November, and we're now at $2.4 million. In just the grants alone, which comprise of 126 existing businesses and 47 new businesses, new startups.
She highlighted the sectors that have benefited so far under the grant program.
Mainly, agriculture would have taken up more than 50%, and that agriculture comprised of agro-processing, fishing, farming, animal husbandry, and as well as poultry industry. And of course, we have other sectors as retail, tourism, restaurant and bars, service industry, creative industry, and ICT, which we also encourage. We would have seen applications and have approved applications in that sector thus far.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Have you noticed an increase or decrease in your electricity bill? You know that changes in the fuel and non-fuel rates affect your bill. You should also be aware that changes in household activities affect your bill. Ask yourself these questions. Have the rates changed? Have there been more people at your home? Have your children been on holiday? Have you used your fan or air conditioning unit more often to beat the heat? Are any of your electrical appliances or equipment faulty? Have you added any new appliances such as transformers, water heaters, or pumps? Make it a habit to understand any changes on your electricity bill. For more factors that affect your bill, visit www.grenlec.com. Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell says Grenada will re-examine its production sector to expand and diversify its export base. This, he believes, will boost the country's ability to regain its strength in the manufacturing industry as governments seek to increase production in agriculture, fisheries, and light manufacturing, and strengthen existing trade relations with regional and international countries. Honorable Mitchell made the announcement during his delivery of the feature address at the 2022 Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association President's Dinner and Award Ceremony. He said trade is a catalyst for social and economic development.
As we continue to build our economic resilience as island nations, trade will play a critical role in our ability to effectively support our livelihoods. To this end, the government of Grenada intends to strengthen existing trade relationships and build new ones that provide opportunities for growth, development, and the creation of sustainable jobs. Additionally, as the global climate becomes increasingly uncertain, we will continue to advocate for strengthened regional systems of trade. The full implementation of the CARICOM single market and economy has never been more urgent and deserves our firm commitment as member states. For Grenada's part, we have identified 5 key areas that we believe will transform our approach to trade, both on a national and regional level.
The Grenadian leader called for a collaborated effort to strengthen regional systems of trade that can help reduce high food import bills within various countries. Prime Minister Mitchell said his government will play its part.
Supporting regional food security through trade in fisheries and agro-processed goods. Diversifying the production of goods and services to cater to diverse tastes and interests. Strengthening private sector engagement. Embracing technological advancement towards new and safer means of production and public sensitization and education. The regional food import bill is quickly moving towards $5 billion US. And with global food trade expected to reach a record high, it will require concerted effort from developing nations, such as our islands, to curb the damaging effects of our own food insecurity.
The Grenada market has contributed significantly to the growth of trade in Trinidad and Tobago. In 2019, Grenada exported US $5 million in goods to Trinidad and imported US $248 million in goods. President of the Manufacturers Association, Tricia Kusal, commended the government for the role Grenada has played in the development of trade in Trinidad.
We in the non-energy manufacturing sector have long recognized the importance of your markets among other CARICOM countries. Grenada has been both a sourcing destination for imports of raw material, finished products, and labor. It has also been an invaluable landing destination for goods and services emanating from TNT. I do look forward to your contribution to this eminent audience this evening. Indeed, I am certain that everyone here, gathered here, is excited to hear your views on furthering opportunities between both of our countries.
Finally in the news, Beston consultant on the Molyneux land slippage project, David Blake, is once again urging the residents of the area to adhere to the signage and refrain from using the immediate construction area as an access point from one area of the community to the next. During an interview with GIS on Tuesday, Mr. Blake says although some residents have heeded the call of Infrastructure Minister Honorable Dennis Cornwall to stay away from the area, others are not. Minister Cornwall asked the residents to make the necessary adjustments as work intensifies on the project. Workers on the site have complained also of receiving threats from some residents to remove the barricade and caution tapes.
The meeting had a big effect on the volume, the numbers of people coming through, and but not all has stopped. People are still coming in much reduced numbers, and they're now aware that they have to walk very close to the embankment and not coming near the edge of the broken asphalt as they were doing before. So even on Sunday we were here, on Saturday we didn't see a lot of Sunday visitors to the site, informal visitors to the site, peering over the slope.
Significant benching of the slope is taking place, which is making the area even more unsafe for residents to traverse. Mr. Blake says while there is an understanding of the distance from one point to the other through the Mount Morris detour, safety is of paramount importance.
The strip on top where people would walk is now a lot narrower than it was before. So the danger is, the hazard, potential hazard, is facing us now. And we have been speaking to them as they come across. And by next week, we hope when we started driving the paths, we just have to close. The contractor is already prepared to close at the end of this week, maybe Saturday or Sunday. So I would say to the people, if anyone is listening to this this little, my description of what is happening. Next week should be no traffic. Piles will be going in by next week. And we're very concerned about the safety of the villagers who are accustomed to walk there. And the alternative route is not an easy one for them, we know it, but we can't afford to take the risk of someone coming down from that height and getting buried up on the fill. We don't want to lose anybody. We don't want anybody injured. It would be very bad for everything on the project. So.
The road will be officially closed on Monday, November 21st. That story just ended the national report for Wednesday, November 16th, recapping the top story. Government makes special case for pensioners who would not ordinarily qualify for payments. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Rikisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Rikisha, and the rest of the GIS News team. I just love her. Okay, so the weather, partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times with few light showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Now there's, in terms of the wind, east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. There's a marine advisory that is in effect. Taking a look at the weather for for Thursday, we can tell you that it is partly cloudy with few light, brief morning showers. Max temperature 31 degrees Celsius, minimum 25. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. A marine advisory will be in effect for Thursday as well. And taking a look at YouTube, we see quite a bit of you there. So we want to say hello to you on YouTube. So that will be Ants, Suzanne, Lynette, also Fitzroy, and everyone else there, Glenora, and everyone else there, Michelle. Blessings to you guys. All right, that's those of you who are on YouTube, and the other viewers who are currently on Facebook. We want to say hello to you as well, and thank you for being on with us. Hey, I see Kirin. Kirin, I thought you said you were not gonna come. Let's say happy birthday to Kirin. Happy birthday to Kirin. Happy birthday to Kirin. Happy birthday, dear Kirin. Happy birthday to you. We know that you had a blast today, and we hope that it continues to be that way until the end of the night and then it moves on. All right, you're a good girl, and thank you for being such a support to our program. We do not underestimate your efforts. So, guys, join me in wishing one of our longest viewers, somebody who's been on the program from day one, Kirin. All right, so happy birthday to you, Kirin, and may the good Lord continue to bless you. Guys, please join with me in wishing Kirin happy birthday. Claire, Patty, hello to you, Rose. Dale, what's going on? Blessings to you, Rose, and Dale and Diana and Carol, and Cindy and Celine, and Michelle and Vicky. Did I say Vicky? Blessings to you as well. Liz is there. Patricia is there as well. And, well, I see Java starring Rolander, Ezran, and who else? Everybody else who's there. Hello to you guys. I hope that you're going to have a good one. Rest well tonight. Sleep in peace. Hey, what kind of thing is that? All the sharing program, the man. What kind of vibes is that? What? 75 shares? What's this? Shares is like what? Gas? It's scarce? Yo, Marvis, how are you? Chanel. Come on, man. Listen, I go in. I walk in. Look here. Yo, share the program. What are you doing? Trying to embarrass me? Eunice, what's going on here? Hazeland, Roger, what's going on, bro? Blessings to you. All right, Roger, all the best to you. Okay, guys, so if you have not yet done so, please go ahead and share the program to give other people an opportunity to see that the program is on. That's people who do not receive notification, and we have quite a bit of them these days saying that I don't receive notification, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what Facebook doing. So Mavis, how are you? We are really asking you guys to share the program. DJ Papadeso, blessings to you. All right, so y'all share the program. All right, share the program. Though, listen, you don't have to pay to share. The sharing is free. Barbara, how are you? So go ahead. If you have not yet done so, we'd like to encourage you to go ahead and share the business. Okay? Share the business. Give other people. Okay, DLC, I share YouTube. Well, maybe this is a case where some people can't share. I know people have been complaining that they are not able to share as well. I don't know. Facebook looking for somebody to take it over. You know, you're committing suicide. That's what. Della, how are you? All right, yeah, Facebook probably doing this deliberately. Rayburn, I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? Rayburn, where have you been? Haven't seen you in quite a while. So it's good to see you here tonight with us, okay? Eunice, how are you? Chanel, how are you? All right, blessings. Adonna, blessings to you as well. So yeah, man, all the shit thing, man. What is that one? You're trying to hurt my feelings? You don't want me going to sleep with that on my mind. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. You know, so share the business, okay? Anyway, guys, take care of yourselves. I again would like to encourage you to tell somebody about the program, you know, and things like that, okay? We are looking forward to being back with you tomorrow, God's willing, at around the same time to make sure that you have a good time. Yvonne, how are you? Listening or watching your news, you know? We don't want to make it too stoosh. Yeah, Hassan, so good. So, guys, take care again, and I'll see you. Claire is saying, I can't share. I know. So I don't really know what's going on. So some people can share and some people can't share. Some people are getting notification, some people aren't. Remember, we were consistently getting up to 180 shares, 190 shares, 200, 205, and then all of a sudden people say that they are no longer able to share. I do not know what's causing that. All of a sudden again, people are saying that they are not able to, they are not, hey Wendy, and that they are not getting notification. I really don't know what's going on with that. So hard luck, you know, you tried. All right, so guys, take care. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow again, every one of you. Okay, let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No, take care.